What's up, Ghost Fam? Hope everybody's doing well tonight. Hope you're getting everything that you set out to get. Man, I am looking scraggly. Twas a day, is a day, is a day, is a day. Was a rough one. Very interesting story about that. And a word of caution. And an aha moment, I guess you could say. A commitment. But yeah. I wanted to maintain my consistency. But regardless, it was a good day. I hope everybody had a good day. Hope you got everything that you set out to get. We really don't have a whole heck of a lot to get into. It's probably not going to be one of the typical longer streams. I made a whoopsie last night on a walk of mine. And long story short, I might have overdid it, overheated myself, and didn't have a great night. Spent the night resting and hydrating. And today proved a little bit difficult, but I rested up while I worked. Drank plenty of water, had plenty of food, so I'm feeling a little bit better now, although I'm a bit tired. But I didn't want all of that to take this away, so I wanted to make sure that I still did this, and anybody that was around on Thursday night and wanted to join. We have a couple of things to get into. We can always look and see if there's any poetry to be read. I do, of course, have my puzzle that I'm gonna solve that real quick. But I did get a drop-in from the Brother Ghost this week, and the Brother Ghost dropped off some Japanese packs that he picked up from the antique shop. So, and we know he has a pretty good track record of pulling the packs with the hitties in it, so I'm pretty excited for that. There was also that kind of realization that he randomly selected a lot of the Japanese sets that I'm actively collecting, so that was lucky. And we'll see if we can pull anything spectacular tonight, but as always, we can sit back, appreciate some of the art, we can talk about the cards, we can make some theories. Hey, Matt Gooch, how's it going, brother? You know, it's really good to see you. I think about you guys often when I'm going through my day or working. Appreciate you being here. We don't really have a lot to get into, but my brother dropped off some more Japanese packs for us, so we're going to get into some of that. Emmanuel Marias. Hello, Phantasma Poke. How are you doing tonight, sir? I hope you're doing well. Hope your day was great. Today was tough, but the only reason today was tough was because last night I wasn't feeling so hot, and that's my first breath of caution, y'all. Please make sure to wash your hands, be healthy, be safe. I know there's things going around out there, so just be healthy. But I wasn't feeling too great, but I also didn't have any of my normal medications, so instead of paying a heck of a delivery fee, I decided to take a walk, get some fresh air as well. So I hydrated, and we went for our walk. The walk's normally about 1.9 miles, there and back, and it's normally a sitch. However, what I wasn't expecting is there was a car accident last night. Must have happened while I was on my way, and it was right in the intersections that I normally cross, causing me to have to backtrack a bit and kind of make a big U-turn. But I finished my trip, but on the way back, I had that feeling, and I don't mean like that, I don't feel good feeling, that, oh no, I'm not going to make it home feeling. And I felt this feeling twice before in my life, and both times I lost consciousness. So as I was walking, I started to get a little scared. But I kind of held all of you in mind. I held myself in mind. I started talking to myself like, you've got this. You've got this. It's right there. One more. 1 foot in front of the other. Hey, Lori. Hey, Halian. Can't stay to work, super busy. Try to work more. No worries at all. This was kind of, to Matt's point, an impromptu stream. Almost didn't happen. I'm telling that story now because, man, when I got home and I saw myself in the mirror, and you can still kind of see some of it, I was just red. And I don't mean like deep red. I mean like I had these red streaks down my face. And that started scaring me a little bit too. So I got in the shower immediately, cool shower. I got off. I drank 4 gallons of water. And I sat down and chilled out for a second. And eventually I fell asleep. But man, oh man, was that just like exerting myself a little bit too much. So word of the wise, y'all. Hydrate. Don't go out. The sun wasn't even out. It was just right before it was about to storm, and I wanted to make it back before I got caught in a torrential downpour. So, go Spencer, Bri, how you doing? It's good to see you. I appreciate everybody popping in. So I was really on the fence because honestly, I am not feeling going super long or even going on at all. But at the same time, I didn't want any of that to stop me from doing what I thoroughly enjoy doing every week and what I look forward to doing every week. So here I am. How long, I cannot say, but I'm going to go as long as I possibly can, and I appreciate y'all being here. Truly. Alright. Let's rock this. How was everybody else's day? Is everybody else doing good? Sounds like the perfect thing to me. By the way, I watched my last read video back, and I want to thoroughly apologize. Although I didn't have the volume cranked too high up, I noticed that my mic kept cutting in and out, and I didn't realize it was that bad in some parts. So I thoroughly apologize for that, y'all, and I'm gonna work on getting that sounding a little more consistent throughout. But if you worked today, I hope you had a good work. If you rested today, I hope you had a good rest. There we go. Oh, even this. Yeah. Hold up, wait a minute. Hang on, what's going on here? My chat frozen? I think my chat's frozen, y'all. I think I just saw PokéGirl Jessie pop in. There we go. Boom. Good night, I know it's been a while, I miss you. We miss you too. I hope you're doing well. I hope everybody's feeling okay. Hope you're still feeling okay. I know that that thing is going around, and I want everybody to stay safe. But it is really good to see you, Jesse, and I hope to see you streaming again soon. I know that you've been super busy with all the cons and stuff. So I've had a lot of my own employees and agents come through and say that they've had to take COVID tests and all that. So COVID seems to be making rounds again, especially in large group settings. So if anybody's visiting any conventions, any events, just please be careful. And it's, not crazy to wear a mask if you look kind of like me and like, I'd rather have it and not need it. What's up, CBC? Yep. I don't want to say like with a vengeance yet, but it's certainly popping up here and there. Which is why I think that a majority of the like body aches I'm feeling is more like I haven't left my house in a while, and yesterday was the first time in a while. So, but let's get into this, because I had a visitor yesterday, and that visitor was my brother Mike. I talk about him often, and he was at the antique shop the other day, and he was like, "Man, I think I overdid it, but I picked you up some packs." No, it's good to see you too, man. It's good to see you. Honestly, I almost didn't, again, because I'm just overexhausted and mildly overheated, but I didn't want to not do it. It's been a while since I've appreciated the art, plus I had to set up my background to film my shorts anyway. But I really just wanted to hang out with you guys, see how you were doing, and just kind of forget about the days and worries. Hope we're able to stream Sunday. Maddie's still recovering, but my voice is finally coming back. Woo! For the con. What were you screaming, yelling, fielding questions at max volume? No, I'm glad that your voice is starting to come back. And yes, he needs to heal quickly. So, he dropped off 3 packs of Crimson Haze, pack of Violet, Night Wanderer, I want to say Cyber Judge, but it could be Triplet Beat. I think it's Cyber Judge. And then he has the, of course, same fascination as we all do with Trick or Trade packs, but these were ones that I haven't seen in a long time. And I was like, these can't be, can they? And yeah, they are. These are from 2022. So I think these were the first run Trick or Trade packs, if I'm not mistaken. And I thought that was pretty cool. Plus, I mean, Gengar creeping up on Pikachu. Who doesn't like that? So yeah, I thought that would be neat to rip into some of these tonight and see what we can pull from them. Hey, what's up, Fox? It's good to see you. And then, of course, we did acquire 2 more 2023 packs as well that we're going to throw on the stack. Screaming, actually. Talking to Talk Loud over the music, about 80,000 people. Second day, oh my God. Jesse, 80,000 people screaming over music. That's crazy. And it's going well, Fox. I appreciate you, man. And by the way, I saw that short, the Hurry Up Slowpoke, and I lost it. I absolutely lost it. And it was one of the shorts it wouldn't allow me to comment on, but I want you to know that made me laugh. Not much, just slowly getting back into Pokemon. Excellent. Is everything alright, man? I've been a little disconnected, and I apologize. But welcome back. The hobby will always be here for you. And I think we're going to start with I think we're going to go in ascending order here. We'll start with Violet, hit up the Triplet, Night Wanderer, and Crimson. We're around the same time. Oh yeah, not only, I watched it so many times, and each time, new laughter. It was so funny. Because he looked so, like, annoyed, and at the same time, I was like, oh my God, it's funny. Peace and quiet, oh my God, that's funny. That is funny. And then, I haven't had the pleasure of opening too much of these. I'm still on the fence if I want to with the Gengar, but we can definitely look and see some Trick or Trade 2022. Too much money needed to stop for a bit. Yeah, trust me, I totally understand and get that. And that choice was made for me, luckily and unluckily. But I am ripping in moderation now. So let's see in our Violet pack here. Can we pull a random gem or SAR out of random packs pulled by my brother Mike? Let's see. And of course we get to appreciate some of the art. One to the front. Let's see. What do we got here? Spiritomb by Neil Kimura. I do have to get some rest though. Good night, everyone. I'm so glad I could pop in for a bit. Absolutely. It's always good to see you. I hope you sleep well. Hope you wake up feeling even better. Hope Maddie heals up quick. Joined us in stream earlier. I think chat prefers her than me. That's normally the way it goes. Just gonna buy singles here and there, not waste money on packs anymore. Yeah, I agree. I can see where that's coming from too, and I've bought many singles myself, so. Got the Tandem Mouse by Pani Kobayashi. Funny enough, I'm gonna be doing a short on them tonight. Drowsy. Okachiki. Ah, sorry I missed it. Sorry I missed it. Silly work. And importantly, it needing my attention. Magnemite. Looking real happy in the wind generators and lighthouse. Yeah. Now, family is important. I'm trying to get Nate back here so he can stream with me. Kiyotaka Yoshiyama. Oshiyama. And... No. Okay. Did get the holo, though. Holo Professor's Research. Still pretty cool to pull a holo out of a Japanese pack, especially when they're not guaranteed. I will say some of my favorite streams that I've done have probably been, I say favorite streams, my favorite stream that I've done was the one that I did with me. I will say that. I do have a lot of fun on these streams with all of you, but when you have somebody that you can feed off of and share chemistry with, it's just, you know, magic, electric dynamite, as it were. Alright, what should we open next? Kind of flying through this. This wasn't intended to be a super long stream. I just wanted to check in with all of you, make sure that you were doing well, open some of these packs that were gifted upon us, and just remind everybody the dangers of not getting out of the house every now and again. You can tell. What's up, Ryan Tran? It's good to see you, brother. It is good to see you. Oh, and I did want to share as well that I did look at a very interesting number today, and that number was 682. We're at 682 subscribers, which means we are just 18 shy away from doing our next big giveaway, which is going to be, of course, the hat trick that we attempted to gift for our 300 subscriber giveaway and never claimed. So we need 18 more subs, and we're going to be giving away a base set 2 Needle King Holo, a Team Up Dragonite Cosmo Holo, and Nate put up his amazing rare Zamazenta. So yeah, that was super exciting to see today. We are so close, and it always seems like a dream, and then when it gets closer and closer, it all becomes reality. So just wanted to say thank everybody for subbing up, wanting to see more, and choosing to stick around. Another interesting number I saw today was 340. And 340 is the hours that I have left in my watch hour goal. And that's it. And I owe that to all of you. Because you all are watching, you're going back. I see you watching the reading streams, and those that leave me on in the background, I appreciate that. King looks like a king, right? Like a king. So I will start to, now that I'm getting a little bit more comfortable in my new role at work and finding a good balance, I'll be able to start promoting these like I need to, and see what we can do to get to 700 by, say, next month, half the month, 15th. I think we can do it. Dragonite indeed, and it's actually a Dragonite that comes out of these Dragonite tins that I pulled that Giratina out of. So it was kind of a special kind of a card to me personally. It's not the one that came out of the tin, but it is the ones that came out of these tins. So tin's original art, absolutely. Absolutely. And that reminds me, I need to also convert the Dragonite short into a long-form video. It's one of my favorite ones to do thus far. I learned a lot about Dragonite that I did not know. And then I get to work on our buddy Mewtwo. Alright, let's see. I think this is Cyber Judge. Guess we'll find out. There's a big hitter in here. Shroomish. Your Yukikigami, which, of course, did the Art Rare Bulbasaur line in 151 and the SAR Venusaur. Electabuzz has some of the greatest artwork. Here's Uta, just shy of missing PokéGirl Jessie. Is an Uta fan. And that is incredible. Drillbur by Korea. And Excadrill. Still looking like a boss. By Boon Toja. Toju? Toju. He always looks goofy, but not here. I would not want to mess with that thing. Just leave them in the revolved. Good pack, good set though. Alright. I am drinking one more cup of coffee for the day. I know it is late, but honestly, I could probably fall asleep right now. The sun does that to you, but appreciate y'all being here. It does mean a lot to me, and I'm always having fun. It's always good to see you guys and hang out. Let's see. What are the odds that the Persian is in here? Of course, any SAR from Night Wonder would be great to have. Persian. Let's see. Let's see if we can find Whiskers Persian in here. That would be quite incredible. The Zora would be cool. The Duskull AR lines would be cool. Got the Genesect by Kazumasa Yosakumi. The Dusk line. By James Turner. Got Hygia Kuru? That's a new name for me. These cards feel weird. Oh, we should have been Pacific. Gorgeous Persian by MC Empire. I think he's still posing as a lookout for Team Rocket robbing a bank. And blowing a hole through the bottom. Unishida's, Zeraora. Oh no, we weren't Pacific. I swear, if we pull a hollow Dusclops. 300 likes? Really? Huh. I didn't notice that. Appreciate you, PokéGhost. How are you? Gotta get to bed. Have a good night. Oh, you as well, Bri. I hope you have a great rest of your night. I appreciate you popping in and being here, fam. Well, that's interesting. Appreciate that, Dad. I didn't know. I've been kind of trapped at work all day. The Sylveon. Aikira Mori. Which isn't a bad looking art. That is quite the jump in the usual. Still beautiful cards and beautiful arts. Hey, what's up, Zach? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you as always. We're just having a short little stream. I definitely overdid it on a walk last night. Took a lot out of me. I was feeling a little overheated, but I just wanted to come on and hang out with all of you and make sure that my silly decisions did not ruin the things that I do like to do and look forward to every single week, and this is definitely one of them on this day. But it is also a reminder, and I did want to make a promise as well, that it's come to my attention that I may not take the best care of myself when it comes to like eating healthy and steady and consistent exercise and whatnot. So last night when I took this walk, I had forgotten that I haven't really done anything strenuous in about a week's time. When I was on my time off, I just sat here all day, and I need to forewarn y'all that sometimes that's okay, and it's okay to be lazy, but you should still probably go outside and move around. Make sure your muscles don't ache just because you walked a mile and a half. Alright. Can we be saved by the Crimson Haze? This is a set that I've got a lot of. And I also know it's a set that my son and I are actually actively collecting together. Sorry, y'all. I was looking for something right quick. Is Ninja in the set? You know what? He is. The Greninja is in the set. He absolutely is. So, that's something that I might have forgotten about. Can we pull the Greninja? Of course, if the Greninja's been sitting here this whole time, let's be Pacific, y'all. The SAR Greninja. Let's see. Only you, Charmander. Me too, diet and exercise. I definitely need to improve. Absolutely, Zach. And I encourage everybody to do it, even if it's just a walk every other day. Aw, Belly Bowl. Look at how happy he is. It still kind of freaks me out a little bit that these are his nostrils and those yellow things are his eyes. Makes this picture look a little funnier. It's by Mino no Kai. Same here, need to improve my diet for sure, absolutely. I just think too many gas station burritos and, you know, I guess what others would call junk food, I call my diet. Spinnerack. This is by Saya Saruda, and I know that because we spent a long time looking for the hidden Pokeball that was right here. Hours, I have 340 hours left. I am very close. And thanks for the reminder, Boo. Appreciate you. I hope you had a good day. I hope work wasn't too worky. Got Applin by Tazero. Applin. You. Girafarig by Shinji Kanda. Philosophy. What's going on, brother? Hope you're doing well. And the Leafeon. We're cleaning house with some evolutions tonight. That is such a beautiful Leafeon. By Kiramori again. That's something else that I can attempt to do tonight, Rafa, is I can attempt to read your thing. Yeah, I was waiting for you to pop in to see if that is something that you still wanted me to do. I can get that loaded up. I should load up Discord. Best Thursday. Best Thursday. What makes today the best Thursday? Best Thursday ever? What makes it the best Thursday ever? It's good to see you, Rafa. Right. Let's keep going, see if we can get that SAR Ninja. Can definitely read, excellent. I will indeed do that. That is how I think we will end tonight. It's really not going to be, I'm not planning on a super long stream as always. I kind of overdid it last night, overexerted myself, ended up a little overheated, so had kind of a wobbed out day today. But I wasn't going to miss this to hang out with you guys. 4-day work week. It is a 4-day work week, that is true. That is true. And somehow, at least for me, it feels like a full work week. In fact, it feels like I've worked the whole week already. Repeat of the Belly Bowl by Mina no Kai. Ooh, Ninetales by Kichiro Ito. So many elements from the game, the waterfall, the mountain, the hill. Nate! Nate the PokéGhost! When we're opening 3 packs of Crimson Haze? You gotta be kidding. It's like the perfect time for you to come in. Helioptile. That's sad you can't stay long, I'm sure. Is it a school night or something? It's really good to see you, man. You just made my entire day by popping in. Just in time, indeed. Man, my Discord is going banana sandwich. Why? Don't know why. Tomorrow's still Friday and you have to try hard to take a smile. Alright, man. I like to hear that. Papa saying hi to Nate. Everybody saying hi to Nate. Baby Ghost, that's right. Nor will we ever try to take the smile off your face, Rafa. We like it when you smile, fam. Alright, got the Eevee by Satoma. Strike 2, Okachiki, Cramorant. Evoli! It is Evoli. How cute. Okachiki is beautiful. I agree. I agree. Just thinking about the intense amount of man hours that had to go into that. Ryan has some of my favorite shorts to date. I am still growing for the Greninja, son. I am still. But, Mike, your Uncle Mike popped over today, or yesterday. Might have even been the day before that. You know, it was probably Sunday now that I think about it. But he popped over, and he's like, yo, I went to the antique store. Might have overdid it, but he went ahead and picked up a few different Japanese packs for us to try and open and see if we can score some. So, but of course, you know me, I'll find something fun to do with all these cards here. And I know we're trying to complete Crimson Haze. We do have the one pack left. This is kind of like the ultimate one pack magic. Or last pack magic. And then he did also pick up 2 of these, which are actually 2022 Trick or Trade packs. I am getting excited for the 2025 Trick or Trade release. I did hear, it might have even been you, Emmanuel, to let me know that there's going to be AR exclusives in these Halloween sets. Last pack Ghost Magic, indeed. And I'll rip it quick. Son, we're also only 18 away from 700 subs. And in our next big giveaway. It is really good to see you, son. There we go. Let's see it. Let's see that shiny ninja up close. That SAR Greninja. That beautiful, painterly, breathtaking, rivaled only by its own beauty Greninja. Okay, more Peiko. By Kodama. Sinistra. Shout out Nate. By Mitaki. Some of the best cards in the game. Creepy. That's where I pulled my frog. Whew, that's right. Another Evole. Another Eevee. Okay. Fla baby. It is Fla baby. Oh, I see something, you guys. It might just be a hollow. Oh, it's a regular EX Ursaluna. I laugh because this bear finds me everywhere. But still, pulled an EX. Let's get some hype for the EX from AKCG Works. I will say he is still one of my all-time favorite Pokemon. Got my heart going too, man. I saw the Edge, I saw the stars, and then I saw the RR. And I knew it was just my blood moon Ursaluna looking deep into the depths of my soul. But still, one of my all-time favorites. And maybe, Nate, next time you pop in over, maybe I'll try and secure another box of Crimson Haze, and we'll try one more time. Because we've been pulling some heat from Crimson Haze. That was right there, Zach. Right there. But we did get some pretty good art. We certainly did. And sets that I'm collecting, so some of that might be a little bit of binder love too, which I'm totally alright with. Just needs so much energy to be if it really does, man. It doesn't really... Alright. I would say let's read the ability, but you need 5 energies attached to this Pokemon in order to attack with 240, with an HP of 260. This proves a strategic disadvantage, because you can only, unless you have the help of a ability, which I have no idea what this ability is, we could find it, but or a trainer card to attach additional energy to here. So we're talking a minimum of 5 turns, hoping your Pokemon opponent doesn't have enough to take you out in less than 5 turns, it's unrealistic. Sick card though, to Rafa's point, still a sick card. I'd be interested to know that ability though. So, let's find out. So I play the Okie Dokie. No, you're not the first person I've heard say that. I've heard that the Okie Dokie is a little more effective. Do I really not? That would shock me. Unless it wasn't enshrouded. I feel like it would be enshrouded though. Maybe Twilight. No, it was probably the Prismatic Evolutions where I saw it most. That's Obsidian. The Rock! Appreciate you, fam. I hope you have a good rest of your night. Hey, what's up, Darker Bunnies? It's good to see you, bro. It's good to see you, fan. This isn't intended to be one of my long, grandiose streams. Not feeling too well, but I felt well enough to come on for y'all. And look at some of the art, plus I was going to film my shorts and start editing those so I can rest and edit, but... Yes, good night, The Rock. I hope you sleep well. And... let's see. What can we do now? I think it might be just a skosh early to do that. Although I'm really excited to get into it, Rafa. I like all your clever spin puns in here, Rafa. I'm really excited to do this one. And we will absolutely do that before we leave. Shrouded recently discovered the Petrant to complement the Okie Dokie, and it's awesome. Interesting. Okay, Stranger Guy, I appreciate that, fam. I really do. I really try, I will say that, when it comes to being interesting and bringing new content. I certainly want to do that for y'all. Indeed, I've got so many binders here, I don't even know where to start. But I think I just want to kill time now. Favorite cards from Crimson are probably the PokéGhost full art, Sinistra full art, and the Eevee as well. Alright, you've inspired me. And I swear I'm going to get that Sinistra. Oh, I'm sorry, the PokéGhost. Here's our Paradox Rift and Crimson Haze binder soon. I don't have the PokéGhost quite yet. But keeping with the theme, there's the PokéGhost full art. Oh, this Eevee? This one? Right here? That Eevee? By Narumi Soto? Which, if you didn't know or haven't counted, there's actually one Eevee for every evolution. So that brings me to deduce that this is Penny's house. But of course, let's be honest, if Pokemon were an actual thing, this would be a lot of our houses. Yeah. I know that would be ours. Did get the Fione. Yeah, also not the full arts. I mean the art rares. Okay, okay. See, I prefer the full art. The art rares are great, don't get me wrong, and I think the PokéGhost is actually an SAR. But the one thing that I never noticed, because I wasn't really looking too hard at everything else, y'all, but did you notice the Whalmer and the Whale Lord in this picture? You see this giant Whale Lord down here? And these little Whalmer up the sides? I've never noticed them. This is just a recent discovery. As I was trying to see how they made that effect in the water, and I was like, that looks like an eyeball. Oh my god, it's Whale Lord. Didn't want to say this out loud, but I will. People ask me a lot if I build any specific Pokemon binder, and I've decided that it's gonna be the Meowscarada. The artwork is always beautifully dark. Alright, I am for that, man. If I find any Meowscarada artworks, I'll put them aside. Not to say that you can't do it yourself, but if we can help, we certainly want to. I think it's a great venture. So beautiful. And I know Matt's all about the water. Alright, I gotta hit the road. Peace, love 'em. Man, Nate, I love you to death, son. Appreciate you popping in for a second. I will let you, have Infernape see your way out. Hey, what's up, Al? It's good to see you, brother. I hope you had a good day. Hope work was alright, if work is what you did, if you are working. Did I hear something that you were hurt still? If you like that one, the Celebi would be good too. Celebi would be good. Celebi art is always hits as well. And to your earlier point, Rafa, Celebi is actually quite beautifully dark sometimes. Good-ish, working okay. Of course, dog slurps have to make an appearance. Didn't I have another one? No. We're all good there. But since I have it open, let's look at some of my favorite art rares from Paradox Rift. Watching the first game of the season. Excellent. How'd it go? That's something I need to get a little bit more in tune with as well. I mean, this can't be a coincidence that ALB pops in and Joltik pops up. Oh, butt hugging Joltik. Clinging on to Yamper. In fact, they quite say that, in fact. Like, they latch on to other Pokemon and suck out the static electricity. They're often found sticking to Yamper's hindquarters. And there it is. Cowgirls were better than expected. That's a scary thought. No, I'm sure it's nothing. I'm sure it's nothing. What about that plug? For those that don't know, Tomokazu Kamiya took a stab at a Joltik card, and for some reason he had it hovering over an outlet with a plug like right behind him, and it was like, it's awful suggestive. Shiro Sasuma. Swablu just chilling with a bunch of, oh goodness, Wingle? Joltik was the bridge between the electric. Yep, that's exactly it. In fact, that was probably like what they needed to change the adapter from the European to English adapter, was the Joltik. Yeah. pulled this out of nowhere one day. Fantasy League created. Winner gets an ETB. Excellent. SAR, Oswaldo Cato, Garchomp. Beautiful card. I do have Korean cards. Are you looking for Korean cards, Ryan? We have open Korean Dark Phantasma, Korean Rocket, Heatwave Arena, I think that's it. But yeah, I do enjoy opening the Korean, although I will say that Korean packs are just generally just harder to open. I do not know why, and I swear I even bruised the tip of my thumb ripping so many of those packs so many weeks in a row. But yeah, I think I'm in the big process of overhauling, getting things all organized, set, and sent out. And then I'll probably start doing some more openings. But yeah, certainly in the price range. And we've opened some pretty good Korean cards too. Let's see if we can take a trip down memory lane. Why not look at some of the best arts? Like this, Neo Aerodactyl by Shinichi Yoshida. Gold Eternatus, VMAX, Ghidorah's was a gift from Radio. These are all Japanese so far. Did pick up another Sinistra from Radio as well. Fantina, Ghosty Pup from Violet. Or Scarlet, I think it's Violet. Sao Sao artwork with so many Ghost Pokemon cameos, such as Banette, Shuppet, Ghastly, Gengar, Drifblim. I would have to say I would be going for Japanese over English, honestly, at this point. Just I'm so much farther in a lot of those sets. Don't really like Korean or Chinese cards too much. I don't know. It's really not. I mean, I get why you say it's like hard to explain, but it gets overwhelming because you have so many cards, and now we have different languages too. And Japanese and English, probably good to stick with those, and they are cheaper. Awesome prize for the winner, Buttering, spinning display for last year's winner, as well as a doofy cap for last place. That's funny. Ragazol. Got some gifts from Old Man Ernie, like the Frostlass. Come on, brain. Cast form. Swinub. Yes, the Frostlass. That was Frostmoth. Frostlass. Actually got this from a gift from Jay's Corner. I think this is the Jay's Corner stack, yeah. There we go, there's a Celebi. That was Planeta. Doing anything for the loser, Al? Cleavor. And then this would be the first card that I could find that is in Korean. And if those that don't know, you all probably do, but if you're unsure if it's Japanese, Korean, and unfamiliar. It'll have an English back if it's Chinese or Korean. But this is indeed Korean. This is by Atsushi Furusawa. And I remember the feeling pulling that card. It's gorgeous artwork, enough so to be the centerpiece. Got Bennett by Tsumami Koniko. The ring is passed on from year to year in the subsequent winner, and I have to engrave the winner's name on the spinning display. Won a 151 ETB and a big championship for Final Fantasy. Oh, I used to play Final Fantasy. Wow, fantasy football. Could you imagine Final Fantasy football? Whoo! Cleavor Kufont. That was another gift from Radio. The Blood Moon Ursaluna, back to the Jace Corner bag. That was a one-pack snipe from CHH3. I don't know how my brain remembers this. Chatot. The Judge. There are worse-looking judges out there. That's also Korean. And then my Mimikyu. One of these is from ALB. This one. The other one was gifted from CHH3. Sephiroth would be my... That's funny. The image that I just got in my head. Like, that would be an incredible thing to do. Didn't they affix the Super Bowl to toys from Andy's room last year? Why couldn't they do that? Another card coming to me. I appreciate you, brother. Looking forward. I've got things coming to you too. Limited, but not including personalized card arts. And Randadoodles. Got Dan Chow. And I did want to shout this out right quick because I did see, I believe it was in your Discord, ALB, some people were talking about the new Mega Charizard X SAR leak. And everybody was saying it looks real, is it confirmed, and the only thing I needed to add to that, it was also done by an actual artist. It was done by this artist, Dan Chow. Probably will have to wait until next week to ship out. No worries at all. Yes, I like it. Yep, me too. Yeah, no worries or rush, man, at all. Cornerstone. Do like my masks in their EX. This feels like there's something on the back. Snorlax EX from Prismatic. We've got Barasius, the artist gym leader from Scarlet and Violet. These were gifts from Dex Hunt, who I miss dearly. Hope he's doing well. The Gengar. This is getting back into our Korean. I was able to pull the Gengar. Trainer Gallery. With the Sisters of Misfortune. Misfortune Sisters. The Blaziken Korean. From Heatwave. Igodama. The High Dragon. Or Hydrapple. By Jerky. This was a gift from the wonderful PokéGirl Jessie and Maddie G. I'm flying, Snorlax. Ha! That's funny. I'm king of the world. Right. the Wobbuffet, Korean, from Team Rocket. Dex Hunt, still want that Speedo. I miss that guy, I miss him too. I miss the designing, and yeah, I'm curious what happened with the Rocket merch, because I certainly would like a pair of... Oh, I think he did come out and say that a lot of it was not doable the way that we thought it was. Yeah, he's doing alright. I actually talked to him not too long ago, and yeah, everything's holding up there. He's just focused on work, and eventually one day he will be back. He says he misses us dearly in streaming. This was a Halion acquisition. She sent me my Chase from Team Rocket. This is in Japanese. But yeah, he's doing alright. Uta Absol. This was from ADL, A Dark Legacy. Giratina won this off an incredible streamer. His name's ALB Trading by Yusuke Ishikawa. But yeah, this was like a what are the odds kind of a win, and I couldn't pass it up, so I had to keep it. Yep, got that right from giveaway on your channel. This was a special story. It was right when 616 Alex was just starting out, and I was just finishing a Saturday stream, and I was like, yeah, let's go raid Alex. He's just starting out, and he gifted everybody that came in a pack of Paradox, and I one pack sniped the SAR, Parasol Lady. Which I do have a knack for sniping trainer SARs, but I just thought this was a gorgeous card. Yeah. Got the gorgeous Bombardier. I believe this one was a gift from Caradox Rift. Bombardier and I, we have this close connection because very similar to what you were saying, Rafa, about Meowscarada. Was it you? Meowscarada? That you wanted to start collecting? Bombardier always has this like beautiful disturbance about him. Yes. Love this channel because it lets me look at all my cards in a different light. I've sold cards, I've collected, do value, just buy cards. I love that. I love that indeed. And yeah, there are things that I've traded away that I probably wouldn't have, but the artworks on the cards of acquisition, I don't know. I've got several different collections, my art collection, my sentimental, and my monetary. And none of them touch each other, really. They're all kind of kept separate. This is a gorgeous Tyranitar from Mysterious Treasures. And it was pretty pricey, so I wanted to keep it straight. This is another one that looks like it would be really hard to use, and luck in pulling the correct energies for that. Have to have a decent Fighting Dark deck. Fighting Dark deck. It's hard to say. And then Astro Radiance Full Art, Hisuian Samurott V. Psychedelic, looking like the boss. Bombardier. Oh yeah. Bombardier always has this elegant, like this beauty disturbance. And you could even see it depicted in a lot of cards. I'll see if I can find any others, but I just love the fact that he's flying into darker weather. And he looks happy about it. Psychedelic drug? Maybe. The psilocybin Hisuian Samurai V. That's funny. You guys make me laugh. Alright. Well, where did you come from, I wonder? The Vaporeon VMAX. Done by 5-Band Graphics. That is in Korean. Honestly, not sure they know. They're just flying with reckless abandon. Got the brilliant colors on the new Mega sets. They, to me, are absolutely... I agree. They are absolutely dazzling. This was a... these were Halion. That's where these came from. And this card I've been after for a long time, and that was a gift there. Just got my first card from the Mega set today in the mail, the Venusaur EX Snow Shot. Is that the vibrant colored one, to Rafa's point? Because, man, I love them. Like, all of them. The Gardevoir are beautiful. Brilliant stars on the new Mega sets. Yeah, I think that they're just gorgeous. As well as even making the text yellow was on point. You know what? That's something that we just opened. We just opened a set of Mega Symphonia. Yeah, that is sick. The regular EX. Oh, okay, I got you. But yeah, even the regular EXs are something to behold in that set. I really hope to get more soon. Mewtwo from Evolutions. This is from Legendary Stafford, who I think is streaming right now as well. Peace, love, and Pokemon. It's over 9,000! Are they the Connecty cards, Zach, or did you just mean the half card EX? Got Ghidorah's Typhlosion. This was a very interesting acquisition. This was from Team Mishans. And in fact, we were opening packs and we were pulling prize cards, and I believe I won the Lapras. And I think the Halion was after the Lapras, but she just won the Typhlosion, and he presented a trade, and she decided to trade me one for the other, and I love it. They sure do. Didn't realize it was that Venusaur. I thought it was the one from 151 or Stellar, so it was a good surprise. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And the artworks do connect. And do you want to know something else, Rafa, that blew my mind? 3 different artists. There we go. Deoxys. This is again acquired from ALB Stream. Believe this was a gift from Cadro. Super appreciate you, brother, as always. Base set Venusaur, what are you doing in there? No way. And it shocked me too. I'll have to confirm, but if I remember correctly, I'm like, let me see who did these 3. That would be cool to feature in an appreciation short. What do you mean they were done by 3 different people? So, yep. Got the Venusaur base set. Precursor, y'all. This is what I plan to give away when Nate and I hit 1,000 subs. We think we're going to give away the base set Venusaur. We'll see. Still a long way away. Another Deoxys stamped. Got this one from ALB Stream too. You can see a theme here. I'm trying to take all of ALB's Deoxys. And then Lori came through and sniped one away from me. That's alright. That's alright. This beautiful Mimikyu VMAX. Studio Bora Inc. And the Flapple. This was also a gift from ALB. Appreciate that, brother. Uninori. This was one of those, just you see that artwork and you immediately are like, yep, that's a chase. That's a chase right there. And that was one for me from Surging Sparks. And haven't opened enough Surging to even attempt to pull it, so appreciate that. Could have bought them all 23 one day and the next they pop up to 35. Exactly. That's exactly how it happens though. Because, you know, if you would have bought it, they would have probably dropped in price, you know. What's up, Adam Jones? How are you doing today? You're actually the first person that I thought of. The first pack we ripped today had a Spiritomb in front. These are more gifts from the old man Ernie. Got the amazing rare Reshiram. This was a art card. I did win this one on ALB stream too. These were gifted by Wing Weaver, but these were illustrated by Lucerne Anderson. They gifted out a bunch of these art cards that they did, and streamers gifted them away in their giveaways, and I was luckily able to obtain it. But Gengar, Gardevoir, enough said. Greatest signature ever. Yes, I keep it in the top loader. And I do want to thank, I believe, Mr. Mike Zards for, he won the last end of stream giveaway that CHH3 did for now. And he went ahead and gifted the bag to me, so I was able to acquire the signature. Plus, amazing artwork. Oh yes, Shinjiro Gunjima. Hey, there it is. It's my ALB Trading SR. Shout out to Superfly1414. CHH3 indeed, miss you fan. But I got the Ruffian on ALB stream, and I was like, alright, I'll keep it if you make it an ALB SAR. And so, here's ALB SAR. One of a kind. This is an art card. This was done by Stormy, a member of the Shredder gang over on Bro Rip Stream. Bro, super miss you fan. Hope you're doing well. I look like that. You do look like that. That is true. That is true. With the arched eyebrows and everything. That's what you look like when you're watching them restock. Japanese Hollow Mew, the English one that Rocket Scott always gives away. That's a promo, yep. The Japanese Hollow Mew. Interesting. I don't know if I've ever seen it in Japanese. This was a gift from JB. And it's JB sent through a Yukimori Neo Destinies Corsola. Where's Bro Rips? He's preoccupied with work recently, so he's had to put a lot of time elsewhere. He will be back. Oh yes, he will be back. But he's just giving a little time to his work. He's sign card or a Gooch sign card. Gotta work on that. I don't have a Gooch sign card either. This was another gift from CHH3. He was like, you know what? You're always around, always supporting. Got something for you, and threw in a first edition Fossil Ghastly. It's one of my favorite Ghastlies. Plus an update in Discord tonight. It's easier if you just go real. Oh yeah. And it was yep. Yeah, I saw that like 2 seconds before I came on live tonight. Oh, you can pull it from the Japanese fossil set. That I didn't know. Oh, so you're saying it's not a promo in Japanese. Oswaldo Cato. This was gifted to me by the incredible Mr. Ronald McDonald. We all know Mr. Ronald McDonald. We were on Charmcraft stream, and he pulled it, and like, man, that's a chase for sure. I love the art Pokemon, and Grifai actually paints with his saliva, which is kind of gross. But he was like, man, he's going to appreciate that a whole lot more. So he threw it in my bag, and it showed up. So appreciate you, Ronald McDonald. And then this is the Korean Lapras that I did pull. And traded Halion, because I already pulled it. It's a cool art, right? It is a cool art, and I get the subtle hint because is the fact that it looks like he's always giving the finger. I need to pull Typhlosion to go along with my Korean side-eye. You pulled a Korean side-eye? From 151? Or from Heatwave? Probably Heatwave, now that I think about it. Would probably be smarter. And then the last little stack that I have here to go through, and wasn't even planning to do this, but it's fun going down memory lane. The Cynthia's Roserade. This is Korean. Did pull that out of Heatwave also. This e-reader Hollow Meowth promo Black Star that I won from Rocket Scott. And honestly, until I won it, have not seen it. It's by Cookie Satu. And I do really miss that the e-readers didn't really have the descriptions of the Pokemon on the card. Oh yeah, Scott is streaming tomorrow. You're absolutely right. Real quick, don't understand why I needed to go to rest. Sorry, bud. I'm glad I'm not working today. I need to recover from yesterday, to be honest. I did 3 days worth of work in the first 3 hours because we have the laziest volunteer on the call. Oh, man. I'm so sorry. And yeah, no worries at all, fam. Miss that guy? Yeah, I missed that guy. Yeah, absolutely. Do you get that day to rest tomorrow, Adam? And trust me, I know that feeling all too well. And I will say, I'll tell this story again real quick, but this is something that we pulled out of the packs that Mike dropped off last time, and we were able to pull the Mitsuhiro Rito Abominable Art Rare from the Stellar Miracle. Another Dragozolt. That's from ADI. Yeah, I've seen that too. I'm not going to miss the stream tomorrow. Yeah, no worries, man. And so last night, I don't have a vehicle, which makes things hard sometimes. But I needed to go to the store so I could grab some things, primarily, you know, meds to help me go to sleep. And I was like, alright, I'll leave after work, be back in an hour. There's the Persian Whisker. So I was gifted 2 of these, one by the old man Ernie, the other by CHH3. Both are very valued to me. And then Korean full art Mewtwo, complete with Giovanni Ghost in the background. I'm gonna send him some more ties. Yeah, beautiful card, right? Today, thankfully, Friday's here. Us back to work tomorrow with some of the hardest working volunteers on the planet. Excellent. So one extreme to the other. I love it. I love it. So I decided to take this walk because I saw this massive storm cloud coming. And I was like, yeah, there's no way I'm going to be walking in it. So I wrapped up, I left, and I hoofed it. And there was no sun out, but there was no wind. The weather was cooling off, but it wasn't chilly. And man, I just pushed, and I made it to the end of the road. I was like, yeah, I'm going to grab some water. So I go into this gas station, I get what I need there, I grab some water, and I drink that, and I start walking. And it was one of those moments, y'all, where I was like, why is it so ungodly hot? And I didn't realize all the moisture in the air was making it incredibly hard to breathe. And so I had that thought, and not just like, oh no, this stinks. I was like, oh no, I'm not going to make it home. Like, I do not feel good. Like, this walk was terrible, and there was a car accident. I had to detour and backtrack a little bit. Like, everything was just terrible last night. I woke up, I was still red in the face. I hydrated some more, I worked all day, and I was like, I'm not streaming tonight. And then I thought of every single one of you, and I was like, I can't not do that. I have to come and hang out with you guys and see how you're doing. I enjoy hanging out with you, and you really make the day, so. What do you have amazing news? Oh. Don't tell Kitty, Rafa. I want to. Well, that's nice, man. Yeah, I hope you're happy. You got this, Adam, indeed. In the words of a very smart kid, if you ever feel like giving up, just don't. Just keep going. Speaking of, Masakazu Fukuda. Main Chow. Which is a gorgeous card. I wish I could stand like that sometimes and just chill. But yeah, that's not gonna happen. I've never tried yoga. one time, and it was like, take your left foot and put it to the small of your back. Take your right foot and whip it over your neck like a scarf. And breathe. And breathe. Me, I'm like, I can't breathe. This, I believe, is from Nothing That I Want to Say, Next Destinies. Comes to mind. But this is definitely a black and white set. This is what the old school, vintage black and white hollows used to look like, which is why Black Bolt and White Flare have that exact same hollow pattern. They extended it to the borders, which I think gives it a unique flair, and I love them. Yoga, Matless, Twister. Yes, exactly. The Greninja promo, right? I actually gave one of those away. Who won that? I gave that away for our 600 subs. I think Little Cubone won that. It never fails at all. This hollow pattern was interesting. Shout out once more, ALB. This is another card. And I win the coolest, most unique cards. And it was funny because he was showing off cards in the Discord lounge one night, and I saw that card and I was like, oh my god, that's great. I love that card. And the chances that I would actually end up playing a game for a chance to win, for a chance to pull, and I did pull this card. I could not keep it. I agree. The Kingdra promo is beautiful. The Greninja promo. The Greninja promo? Okay, which promo? Because the Kingdra from the Shrouded Fable line? You like Miltank? I like Miltank. It's a madhouse in AO. It really is. In fact, I haven't like won one in Al stream in a long time, and it's all for the better, I say, because that means there's a lot more people coming in and hanging around. But madhouse it is. But he's gonna be as big as DPM one day. Y'all watch. That is my prediction. Yeah, remember when you were at 6,000 subs? Got Miltank, Black Belt Training, Pokeball, Duskull, Pokeball, Fluttermane, Pokeball. See the theme here? I'm collecting the Ghosts Pokeballs. Giggity. And Fluttermane. This is another card, I believe, out of Wild Forces that I pulled on CHH3 stream. And just so appropriate. I love pulling ghosts. It's like the pack chose me. Excellent. That was a lot of great artwork. And a lot of them I have to start going through, because typically these were my display cards that I would swap out, but I think that now that a lot of these sets have binders, they need to go inside their binders. Making room for some of the new acquisitions. And if we weren't here earlier, I did want to say thank you to everybody who has helped me reach this far. 682 subs is pretty cool. And only about 340 hours left of my watch time, so I owe you guys a whole heck of a lot. Thank you so much for being you, showing up, believing in ghosts, and trusting me with things. And even more so, like Rafa, trusting me with his word and letting me read his poetry, trusting me to read to you. And I'm going to fix Monday's stream. I didn't like the microphone on Monday, so I'm going to try and find a way to fix that up and make it a little bit less, like, cutty-outy would probably be good. What I did want to do here, I'm just taking a real quick inventory of age group and age bracket that is here. It is well past midnight Eastern time, so... My god, where are those coming from? You pulled those out of I absolutely did. I'm talking about these. And that's just one handful. I could probably, yep, 3 of those in one stack over here. Then I've got loose cards just kind of strewn over here. I've got baby Ife over here. I've got mystery packs over here. I've got mail right here. So it is a little bit overwhelming, just a skosh. But overall, you all make this fun, and that's why I do it. Sure is. And I appreciate you guys being here, I truly do. But what I am going to do is something that I do love doing, which is reading poetry. And I have offered many, many times before, and I will make that offer again, that if you write poetry and you want to share poetry with me, or if you want me to keep it to myself and just read it between us, give feedback, if you want me to read it on stream, I can do that as well. If you want to remain anonymous, you just have to let me know, and we can do it all that way. But I want to make sure that everybody knows that you have that freedom and ability. And Rafa has trusted me. Gonna use that a pro, bro. Cutty outie. And Rafa has sent me another piece of poetry, and he's going to allow us to read it and share it live on stream, which I am going to do in a second. This one, not much of a disclaimer is needed for this one. The writing is absolutely beautiful as always. There is only slight bits of profanity here and there, but overall it's very clean, and I'm really looking forward to reading it. I hope I do it justice with my brain being heat fried from last night, but I think this is what we all kind of need right now. And Rafa, I really appreciate you sharing that with us. Let me get everything all set. Absolutely, man. Appreciate that. And you all inspire me too, because I be writing myself, and there's things that I've written, y'all, and I don't know if I'll ever share them. But there's also things that I'm working on meant to only share. So I'm really looking forward to amping it up and utilizing your guys' influence to maximize my products, because all of you push me to do better by reading everything that you write, seeing your artwork, seeing your words of encouragement, seeing your theories and your findings. We truly do grow together. Now this, going to shift the mood just slightly. This is a poem, of course, so things can be message written, so all I do is ask, keep an open mind, and put yourself in a time that maybe you can relate to. And with that, I did want to introduce a poem by Raphilosophy. This poem is called Take Care. Let me stop my music, hang on. I hope I can get that back quick. Alright. Take care. The rumors have started. All news is coming in threes. Fall is nigh, so summer's mood is sun in the trees. The house is clean, all but stains on the carpet, and the king's deemed it safe to take his name off the market. I've tied every moment to the leaves and the branches, and as time passes me, there'll be a season to match it. And with seasons changing, there won't be a reason to hash it or rehash any dreams. I've traded bleeding for laughing. I've traded sleeping for action. Life, let's lead it with passion. All the petty things in between are seen as distractions. I mean, when's the last time we'd seen keen interaction? The barriers are buried, babe. We've been treated as hatchets. I no longer have the damage. I no longer handle baggage. I finally found the pen. There's no stronger apparatus. And I'm the idiot. Shit, I know all the mathematics, but wasn't listening to history and started traveling backwards. I wrote it all down, and now there ain't no more to say. Can't listen, bad factors, all just a phone cord away. Or an email, live chat, or vacant text message. Is truth so naked there's no saying, let's dress it. Take care. I hope that was the right one anyway, because that's the one that I had planned on. But man, overall, I thoroughly enjoyed it, and it really paints a beautiful picture. I hope that was all of it too. Didn't cut off or anything. Birthday's on Thursday. Well, happy early born day, Adam Jones. Take care was what her father said the first time he met me. That's a nice little it's a nice little wrap up, Rafa, and it's a beautiful. I mean, I can't help but put myself in a lot of places while reading through that, and it kind of went through the journey of timeline of finding love, loss, gain, lose again, gain again, lose some more, get up, keep breathing, head right for the door. But no, the one thing that I will say, if anybody that I've met in probably the last 10 years, as far as inciting inspiration almost immediately, like even Rafa, like conversations that we've had have taken me from, man, I am not feeling it, to, man, this is creative magic. And I felt that with a lot of you in here, whether it be just a simple kind word of, hey man, how you doing, or asking my thoughts on something, or letting me know something's on its way. And the feelings that I get from all of you are really, they are overwhelming. And the one thing that I can't do is I can't find the words to say how much I appreciate each and every one of you. She was with me for 4 years before she asked me back, despite her parents not wanting her with me. Classic Romeo and Juliet. Kinda. Alright, I made my decision. I think that earned one Trick or Trade pack from 2022. We're gonna open it. We're gonna see what's in it. And hope there's a ghost. Trying not to rip the package with it only being a couple of cards. Bet there's Pokemon cards. Oh, you know what? I bet you're right. Yo, no shot. No shot. Right off the bat, y'all. Ryotu, Miramoto. I believe that's Battle Styles. I could be wrong. Could be Chilling Rain. Could be not. Could be something else. But man, this is gorgeous. Perfect start. Not bad. Not bad. Little Litwick. Alright. Alright. Mimikyu for Alan, right? Got the Ghastly also. By Motofuma Fujiwara. With its gas-like body, it can sneak into any place it desires. However, it can be blown away by wind. That was a little banger pack, right? Now I want to open the other one. Can save the pack art, right? Probably gonna open the other one. You know what? I'm gonna do something that I told myself I wasn't gonna do until I got everything over here out. But Rafa, I wanted to thank you personally. So this one is actually gonna be yours for the poem that you allowed us to read. Your creativity overall, and just sitting here in here, hanging out, always willing to reach out. I'm going to share this with you. It's a thought. My gut told me to do it. And I want to thank you for your poetry and your inspiration to PokéGhost Town. Probably should have asked you if you wanted me to open it, but we're going to open it. And this is a precursor right here, because I'm doing Mewtwo next. So this is just confirming that we picked the correct Pokemon to learn about next. But this was done by Anisaki Dynamic. But Hollow Mewtwo, yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Rafa, for your creativity, your poetry. It's not the first poem I've read from you live, so just want you to know that no matter what you do, man, we've always got your back here. I've never seen this Asako Ito Zubat card before. That is from Chilling Reign. This is cool. Like, that's super cool. Ah, and the purple Murkrow. Look at that. This was a banger pack, too. Aya Kasube. I knew it. I knew it. You're getting a pack of history, my friend. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Searches for shiny things for its boss. Murkrow's presence is said to be unlucky, so many people detest it. I wonder if I can Raven, Murkrow. Oh yeah. Put the Murkrow on Edgar Allan Poe's chamber door, right? I was just thinking that myself. You know what? Maybe we'll read the Raven. But man, I was thinking that exactly, like, quoth the Murkrow, nevermore. Like, why not? Nothing rhymes with Raven in his poetry. You could put Murkrow in with Raven. Man, that's awesome. But appreciate you, Rafa, for real. Thank you for all you do. I'm just gonna do it this way. Then I did want to talk with you and Stafford, a couple others, about Quoth the Murkrow Pokemon. I love it. I love it. Alright, Gengar, you can hold on to those for me. Thank you. Just like that. And some of those, we'll have to sort those out. Put those in their respective sets. That's what I think we'll do there, and I think that's about all I had planned to do tonight. I'll happily find something else to do. I'd probably read the Raven now that I feel so inspired to do so. But I might also create a poem. Maybe I'll start making Pokemon poetry parodies. I know we could do it. Didn't know the Mewtwo was in one of the Trick or Trades. Well, that is from Trick or Trade 2022, Zach, in case you were curious. I believe that was one of the first prints of Trick or Trade, was in 2022. And it was one that I didn't really open actively. I don't know why. It must have been during one of my small breaks that I wasn't collecting absolutely everything and just more of the mainstream packs. Alright. Come on. Come on. There we go. I used to do that because I did get into the habit of I was writing poetry to start my long form videos, which I really need to get back to. And as I was buying collection boxes, I realized, like, how cool would it be to make a poem about the Pokemon on the collection box that I'm about to open? And that's when I got the idea to write a poem about Greavard. I opened a Greavard collection box and told a story about finding Greavard in a park and him evolving into my Houndstone and never leaving my side. And I think I want to get into more of that. But a lot of that stuff takes time and work drains me. But I think I'm finally finding my balance, so I just got to get over this heat exhaustion. Old Book of Shakespeare's complete works, if I can find it, I'll send it to you. Othello is still my favorite tragedy. That's interesting, Rafa, and I never thought of reading Shakespeare on Monday nights. But we can take a look and see what Shakespeare's in public domain, and if y'all are, you know, Shakespearean, we can start looking at some of those. I'll say Othello is still one of my favorites also. Hamlet just probably always has my attention, but Romeo and Juliet, admittedly, I know it sounds cliche, but that's probably my favorite Shakespeare story. I'm just a sucker for a love story, as dire and convoluted as that one was. Ooh, we might be able to create magic, but then of course you know Pokemon's gonna come after us, right? Well, is Pokemon a publicly traded company? Probably not. Probably not. But that is something that I would like to look into. And I even thought so much as writing a Pokemon story, so. Let them come! Because there's one thing they will find out, is that we are still here. Alright, do I have it pulled up? If I have it pulled up, I'm going to read the Raven right now. And then maybe we'll go through a little bit more art. I don't know what time is it, 10 o'clock? I'm feeling tired. That's alright, that's alright. We'll find something to look into. Yep, 2022 Trick or Trade, Zach. It was one of the first, and I'm glad I got to open those. That Mimikyu, in fact. Let me see. Because I know I got the Mewtwo. But let me see if I have that Mimikyu here. Oh yeah, I actually had several. So what I'm gonna do is something that's absolutely crazy. And also, I've never done it before. Something that I should never do. This is very, very poor practice, y'all, because your signature is everything. There we go. Under fair use, in Shakespeare is a collection of tales as old as time. Sing Beauty and the Beast in your head while you say that. Virginia Bell. Piano Bryson. Tale as old as time. Okay, but only if I can hear it and sing it in the voice of Angela Lansbury. Long as it can be. Why do I keep putting that back? Alright, so not only do you have some bitchin' trick-or-trade packs, but this is something that can now be seen as one of a kind. What's up, Radio Hobbies? We just shouted you out a whole bunch going through some cards that you gifted me not too long ago. No worries at all, man. Appreciate you being here as always. The collector of most of my art cards, and you definitely have more coming. I think Matt's convinced that he's trying to get a complete energy set from Kev the PokéGhost. I'm doing alright, man. I had a little bit of a rough night, nothing to worry about, and I'm okay. Kind of overdid it on a walk. Overheated myself as I was walking last night trying to make it home before the rain came. And kind of had its effects on me today. Was feeling a little out of it, feeling a little overheated, been drinking plenty of water. Admittedly, I'm drinking coffee right now, but that's just so I can be here for y'all. I have also made the realization that I take terrible care of myself, and I need to start doing better. I'm going to start holding myself accountable for that with all of you, because I'm going to tell you the healthy stuff that I do every time I start my stream. Although it's not going to happen overnight, but I really have to start changing some of my junk food habits. That's what I say. I put water in the pot. Liquid comes out. It's got to be water. I'm just kidding. I know it's not. It's not really the same, but water is important. Yes, water is important indeed, and that is for anybody, not just those that live in the desert. Your body is 90% water. You need water so that you can live. You can go a long time without food, not so much without water. Rafa gang in the chat, indeed. I mean, but beer is also water. I make sure to drink a lot of water. Some beer is water. I will say that. Sleepy Pika. Yep. I believe this was by Atsushi Furusawa. And shout out Team Vishins. So I pulled this when we were pulling the Dark Phantasma Korean packs. This was a card that I had pulled. Okay, may I help your day a little better than my night? Help my day? How do you mean? Chinese is Korean. Yeah, not to say like Chinese has the same back, but it's like that. But yep, did that, went through my stack of top loader, so I also pulled that from a Korean Rocket box. And then that's an ALB full art card that I had custom made by ALB himself. Send that in English? Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. I think he also sent... Or you mean the Pikachu? Yeah. Swatted a fly and ended its time in the sweet reality we have. But I made a huge mistake. Uh-oh. Butterfly effect? Or did it land in your food? Because that would be a big mistake. I remember that, Ruff. You remember that? I used my hat to swat the fly on the TV in the work break room. Used your hat to swat the fly on the TV in the work break room. What happened to the TV? Did you crack the TV? And now I have to buy a new... Oh! Did anybody see you do it? You could just blame the fly. Say it was like Superfly or something. That sucks, man. I'm sorry. I hope it's not like 60-inch TV or anything. That sucks. Yep, well, I will definitely say you, I'm glad to see you here, and I'm hope that we can... Nah, that for a fly. I was thinking something similar, Emmanuel, but at the same time, I can't say I haven't done similar stuff. We're there. Oh, 40. Okay, well. I mean, anything over 0 is too much right now, but hopefully it's nothing that's gonna like set you back or anything. That sucks, man. Superfly, and you were Superfly Swatter. Exactly. In fact, you should play it off like, I saved your life, and this is the thanks I get? It had radioactive properties. I am Superfly. Exactly. That's why you're swatting the fly. There can only be one Superfly in this world. The world ain't big enough for 2 Superflies. You know, I might just say that. You know, people are like, your ass is grass and I'm the lawnmower. I'm gonna be like, you're a fly and I'm the fly swatter. Superfly swatter. Never heard the end of it first, yeah. Never, but I mean, I hope that they're like okay with it. They saw what was happening, and although it's like, you might have to replace that, at least they know that you didn't do it maliciously. Unless the intent was malicious toward the fly, which, you know, I don't blame you. I was lucky. It's Superfly. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's copyright infringement. You don't finish it. Put your defense against what flies do when they land. They vomit. They pick up what they find. At least you aren't vomiting and collecting. That's true. Definitely malicious toward the fly. I saw his eyes. It was murderous intent. That reminds me of an episode of Johnny Bravo, if you want to take the time warp with me. And if you remember, he was on trial for something, and he was like, what? Are you kidding? I wouldn't hurt a fly. And it pans to a fly, and he's all beat up. He's like, it's a lie. It's a lie. That reminded me of that. Story time. The fly was the aggressor. I saw him. You know, I should probably leave a knife just in case. I know how these things go down. I know how they go down. Oh yeah, there was that. The fly episode on The Simpsons. The only thing I remember from that is, oh, I'd come back as a butterfly. Why a butterfly? Because no one ever suspects the butterfly. He's a little butterfly with a gas can. The school's burning. That's probably not a bad idea, Matt. I should probably do that. In fact, I'm probably going to be wrapping it up here soon. Breaking Bad, the one with the fly. Ooh, I don't know if I know Breaking Bad enough to know that one, but it's now on my list of things to watch, so I've seen it, just never continuously all the way through. But my sister used to watch it religiously, and I used to sleep in her living room. And so if I was trying to sleep, I would, like, it's probably not the greatest show to be hearing while you're sleeping, Breaking Bad. But yeah, so I kind of watched it and didn't. I saw the one scene, I can tell you that, and that racked me. The screenplay in that episode, I'm gonna have to look it up. I'm gonna have to look it up for sure. You know what's really funny is I've been watching a lot of The Flash. I'm sure I've mentioned that. And what's really funny is I noticed a very interesting name pop up in the beginning rolling credits, and that was Jason Mewes. And then the episode was directed by Kevin Smith. And I was like, okay, Jay and Silent Bob suddenly in the Flash, and there they were, cameoing in the Flash, and I was like, that's so funny to me. I don't know why. That's funny. Butterfly, check her hygiene. But her fly. Rector. Jay and Silent Bob were in the Flash as cameos, yes. They were just nobody cameos, but I'm sure they were playing themselves. 2 times. But many could also think it's a boring episode, an episode inside one location and 2 men just speaking the whole episode. Well, I will say that, didn't Family Guy have an episode like that? Where Stewie and Brian were locked in a bank vault that wasn't opening until morning. And all they did was sit in the room. It got interesting up in there, but they just sat in the room and talked to each other about stuff. And honestly, that was one of my favorite episodes. I'm a big dialogue guy, as you can tell. So Quentin Tarantino, anything that he does is always very dialogue driven. Like Reservoir Dogs, the first 40 minutes of that movie, yeah, I could watch that all day. Bro rips. Well, how are you doing, bro? I didn't even see you pop in between. How are you doing? It's good to see you, fam. It really is. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're staying strong. And I hope you're getting everything that you set out to get, man. You're a hell of a human being. Missed hearing and seeing you had to stop. Oh, I super appreciate that, man. And for the record, that works both ways. I know that you doing what you gotta do, man, but just know that you are absolutely missed. Cheeseburger at Uncle Phil's spot. Yeah, no, I really appreciate you popping by. We just went through a whole stack of top loaders. We opened some trick or trade packs from 2022 and some Japanese packs that my brother from another mother came and dropped off. And then I was actually just about to read some poetry. We read some poetry by Raphilosophy a little bit earlier. And super appreciate that, Rafa, as always. And then we started talking about Murkrow, opening the trick or trade packs. And I think I'm about to read The Raven. And then, because I kind of overdid it last night with my walk, I'm actually feeling a little bit drained today. I wasn't going to go super, super long. I say that passing 2 hours now. So we're probably going to read The Raven, and then we're probably going to wrap it up for the night, y'all. I do plan on streaming tomorrow. I will stream my gaming stream. So we're going to be getting into the meat and potatoes of Spyro 2, Ripto's Rage, tomorrow on the stream. Saturday we'll be back here at the desk, and we'll be hopefully getting to open some stuff and getting into some more art, drawing, and appreciation, and finding new artists for artist appreciation. I'm going to try and get another model to build with y'all also. And then Sunday we're going to go back to the game, and then Monday we're into the books. So we have a very busy schedule suddenly, and I'm going to try and keep up with it, y'all. Luckily, reading and gaming don't take too much effort, and chances are I was going to be doing that anyway. So if you want to drop in, pop by, see me speedrun Spyro 2, more the merrier. Did you ever watch the show Kevin Bacon about the dude that wrote about crows? Ooh, why does that sound familiar? Dude, I was thinking about it yesterday. We need to get it done. Get it done. Get her done. Alright, where am I? How did we get here? And I will ask as well, Mr. Gooch or Bro, you are still definitely a mod here in PokéGhost Town, but if there is anybody that's on right now, live, that we can potentially raid when I'm done with this poem, all suggestions are welcome. Never played Spyro, but hope it's good. It is good. I heard it's good. It is good. probably one of, if not the best PlayStation game, in my opinion. It was the first thing that made the analog sticks relevant and the vibrating controller in our world. But it was also very difficult as a kid, and to this day I still speedrun Spyro every 6 months or so. Stafford is one that inspired me to do that. I saw him playing Sekiro, and I was like, I wonder if I can get the Xbox on stream, and I realized that I have remote play on my phone, and Streamlabs has a setting on the mobile app where you can share one of your apps, and I just share my remote play app and I can play with you guys. So happy to have cut stream. Thank you. Absolutely, man. Thank you for the contribution to the channel with your poem and poetry, man. It's certainly a good one, and I'm gonna make something special with it, like I did last time with your permission. I think I have a pretty good idea with it. It's true about it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. In fact, I think I told this story last time. I think I told it while I was playing Spyro, but I had a neighbor, and my neighbor's mom was a total nerd. And so he didn't really have to ask for or get the nice things. They just already had it all the time. But the analog controller was the one thing that I got that they didn't have. They said they didn't need it. And so he's like, can I borrow your analog controller? I just got Spyro. And I was like, alright, yeah, you play it for a little bit. Like 3 weeks later, it went back. And we went 3 weeks. And I was like, hey man, can I have my controller back? And he's like, what? No, no, you gave it to me. And I was like, dude, it's my controller, like, give it back. Mr. Skang, what's going on, brother? It's good to see you. And I was like, give it back. And he's like, you're ruining everything. We wouldn't have even bought Spyro if we knew you were just going to take it back. And me, I was holding on to that. I had something that he didn't. Granted, not a good lesson in spite, but I let him borrow it, so. The following, I remember, Edgar Allan Poe. Alright. The following. Yeah, I might have to get into some Edgar Allan Poe stories. Like, maybe read The Telltale Heart, because that's one of my all-time favorite stories as well. But, without further ado, the cube is solved, the story's relayed, I'm feeling inspired, and I want to read The Raven tonight for y'all. So, if you don't know, Edgar Allan Poe, one of the oldest poets that I'm aware of. But he's very dark and brooding, but The Raven is something that kind of sticks around with you. And the more and more you read it, the more and more the story that kind of comes to light, and I hope everybody enjoys it. But Edgar Allan Poe is The Raven. Let me stop this. I did stop it. Look at me already. Controller's not a big game. Spyro PS1. Baron didn't give it back. Is he crazy? That's exactly what it was. He just, oh, you gave it to me. I said you can borrow it. He's like, I thought you meant forever. It's like, I'm sure you did. Brooding and deep. He took a black and white picture of a folding chair. Alright, The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe. Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered weak and weary over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, and while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, rapping at my chamber door. Only this and nothing more. Distinctly, I remember, it was in the bleak December, and each separate dying ember wrought its ghost upon the floor. Eagerly I wished the morrow, vainly I had sought to borrow from my book's surcease of sorrow, sorrow for my lost Lenore, for the rare and radiant maiden whom the angels named Lenore, nameless here forevermore. And the silken, sad, uncertain rustling of each purple curtain thrilled me, filled me with fantastic terrors never felt before. So that now, to still the beating of my heart, I stood repeating, "'Tis some visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door. Some late visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door. This it is, and nothing more. Presently my soul grew stronger, hesitating then no longer. Sir, said I, or madam, truly your forgiveness I implore. But the fact is I was napping, and so gently you came rapping, and so faintly you came tapping at my chamber door, that I scarce was sure I heard you. Here I opened wide the door. Darkness there. And nothing more. Deep into that darkness peering, long I stood there, wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming dreams no mortal ever dared to dream before. But the silence was unbroken, and the stillness gave no token, and the only word there spoken was the whispered word, Lenore? This I whispered, and an echo murmured back the word, Lenore. Merely this, and nothing more. Back into the chamber turning, all my soul within me burning, soon again I heard a tapping, somewhat louder than before. Surely, said I, surely that is something at my window lattice. Let me see them what they're at is, and this mystery explore. Let my heart be still a moment in this mystery explore. 'Tis the wind and nothing more. Open here I flung the shutter, when, with many a flirt and flutter, in there stepped a stately raven of the saintly days of yore. Not at least obeisance made he, not a minute stopped or stayed he, but with mien of lord or lady, perched above my chamber door, perched upon a bust of Pallas just above my chamber door, perched and sat, and nothing more. Then this ebony bird beguiling my sad fancy into smiling, by the grave and stern decorum of the countenance it wore. Though thy crest be shorn and shaven, thou, I said, art sure no craven, ghastly grim and ancient raven, wandering from the nightly shore. Tell me, what thy lordly name is on the night's Plutonian shore. Quoth the raven, nevermore. Much I marveled, this ungainly fowl, to hear discourse so plainly, though this answer little meaning, little relevancy bore. For we cannot help agreeing that no living human being ever yet was blessed with seeing bird above his chamber door, bird or beast upon the sculpted bust above his chamber door, with such a name as nevermore. But the raven, sitting lonely on the placid bust, spoke only that one word, as if his soul in that one word he did outpour. Nothing further than he uttered, not a feather than he fluttered, till I scarcely more than muttered, other friends have flown before. On the morrow he will leave me, as my hopes have flown before. Then the bird said, nevermore. Startled at the stillness broken by reply so aptly spoken, doubtless, said I, what it utters is its only stock and store, caught from some unhappy master, whom unmerciful disaster followed fast and followed faster, till his songs one burden bore, till the dirge of his hope in melancholy burden bore of nevermore. But the raven still beguiling all my fancy into smiling, straight I wheeled a cushioned seat in front of bird and bust and door. Then, upon the velvet sinking, I betook myself to linking fancy onto fancy, thinking what this ominous bird of yore, what this grim, ungainly, ghastly, gaunt, and ominous bird of yore meant in croaking. Nevermore. This I sat engaged in guessing, but no syllable expressing, to the fowls whose fiery eyes now burned into my bosom's core. This and more I sat divining, with my head at ease reclining, on the cushioned velvet lining that the lamplight gloated o'er, but whose velvet violet lining with the lamplight gloated o'er she shall press, nevermore. Then, methought, the air grew denser, perfumed by some unseen censer, swung by seraphim whose footfalls tinkled on the tufted floor. Wretch, I cried, thy God hath lent thee, by the angels they have sent thee, respite, respite and nepenthe from thy memories of Lenore. Quaff, oh quaff, this kind nepenthe and forget the lost Lenore. Quoth the raven, nevermore. Prophet, said I, thing of evil, prophet still, if bird or devil, whether tempers sent or whether tempest tossed thee here ashore, desolate yet all undaunted, on this desert land enchanted, on this home by horror haunted, tell me truly, I implore, is there balm in Gilead? Tell me, Tell me, I implore. Quoth the raven, nevermore. Prophet, said I, thing of evil, prophet still, if bird or devil, by that heaven that bends above us, by that God we both adore, tell this soul with sorrow laden, if within the distant Aden it shall clasp a sainted maiden, whom the angels named Lenore, clasp a rare and radiant maiden, whom the angels named Lenore. Quoth the raven, nevermore. Be that word our sign of parting, bird or fiend, I shrieked upstarting. Get thee back into the tempest and the night's Plutonian shore. Leave no black plume as a token of that lie thy soul hath spoken. Leave my loneliness unbroken, quit the bust above my door. Take thy beak from out my heart, and take thy form from off my door. Quoth the raven, nevermore. And the raven, never flitting, still is sitting on the pallid busted palace just above my chamber door, and his eyes have all the seeming of a demon's that is dreaming, and the lamplight o'er him streaming throws his shadow on the floor, and my soul from out that shadow that lies floating on the floor shall be lifted nevermore. Parrot's like a parrot-or. That rhyme is unparalleled. It's the bird that sits atop the door frame, never being caught in the flinching of a door. So you got it. You see where my head's at. Let's go with Poe. Yeah, I appreciate you letting me do that. I know that I do read that one quite a bit. I would say, semi a lot. But I also know there might have been some people in here that have never heard me do it in full. So I feel like that is kind of a, I'm going to do a video. I'm going to do just a video of me reading The Raven so that I can listen to it myself whenever I want to. A fave of mine as well. Absolutely. And I'd read it a million times. Of course, I can't help, there's 3 voices that I hear in my head when I read it, and I'm sure you've heard all 3 voices tonight. But this was read by one incredible man named James Earl Jones, did The Raven, and he's got that voice, right? So I do pull inspiration from his reading of Poe. Christopher Lee also did a version of Poe, which is kind of funny. They were both Sith Lords, and they both read The Raven. But the last voice I hear in my head is my inner power human, Homer Simpson. The Simpsons, I believe in season 4, did The Raven in one of their, exactly, in the Treehouse of Horror, and they didn't do the whole story because, of course, that's a long story for a 15-minute cartoon clip. But they definitely, added Homer's voice, some visitor retreating entrance at my chamber door. Some late-night visitor retreating entrance at my chamber door. Only this and nothing more. Sir, said I, or madam, truly your forgiveness I implore. But the fact is I was napping, and so gently you came tapping, and so faintly you came rapping at my chamber door. That was scarce I sure I heard you. Why, you little... Nevermore. Yeah, definitely a great night. I'm really happy that I came live. It was nice to just chill, hang out with you guys, appreciate some of the artwork, open some things, channel my inner Homer Simpson. And what I think we'll do now is we'll take a look and see if there is anybody on that we can raid right now. Just bring over a few of us. But I do look forward to tomorrow. I do have to work again tomorrow, so might be a little bit later, right about that same time. 11:30 or so. But we're going to be playing Spyro 2, so come and hang out. Really not doing anything else other than that. Following that, Saturday, we're going to be right back here at the desk, and we're going to be hopefully building something or opening something. I'm hoping for one of the two, but overall we're going to look for more artists for artist appreciation. I'm also going to collect some channels I believe we could shout out and get some comment love going on, so I appreciate that, Mr. Skang. I really do. On VHS and some, oh man, VHS, hold on to those, Rafa, for real, because those are, they cut them all up and they zoomed them in super close. No, and I appreciate that, Mr. Skang, I really do. It's always good to see you, brother, and I hope you're doing well. I'm really liking the shorts when I catch them. I normally catch them daily, but I have to get back to my shorts too, because I definitely took a premeditated vacation away from my content, and that's not fair. Like, that's not fair to all of you. But something told me that I needed it. I was going hard on both sides, and after the Dragonite, I was at full capacity, so wanted to hold off for a second, but I think I'm ready to get back to it. And that's what I plan to do going into next, is I'm going to film some shorts. Then I'm going to see about getting some food, some more food, rather. And then pass out. That is exactly what I'm planning to do. So, with that, I'm just taking a look, seeing who's live right now. I know Stafford's live right now, playing some games. In fact, I'm sure that's where everybody is right now. Got Jay's Corner TCG, Travman. This might be an old page. So, what do y'all think? Kitty stream on Saturday, but I'm polishing up. Try to convince me. Okay. Okay. Kitty stream Saturday. I'm gonna do my best, Rafa, to make it into one of her streams for sure. 105 views, 20 likes. Man, you guys are great. I appreciate you being here with me. Appreciate you coming in with your positivity and peace. Let's see. It's a whole heck of a lot, but that's also a rip and ship in. So we could keep it Pokemon. We can go to Stafford, who's currently playing game. You guys feeling anything? We got red or blue. I feel like we just came to red or blue on Monday, though. That card girl. Hey, looks like I got here at the end. Hope you had a great stream. I really appreciate that, card girl. I normally go for about twice as long, but I'm feeling real drained after a night that I had last night, so I think we're going to call it just a little bit early. We do have multiple streams happening over the weekend, particularly the Pokemon ones and the art streams. Those will happen Thursday, Saturday. But Friday, Sunday, we're going to be gaming Spyro the Dragon, so come and hang by. And then Monday we read. And we're currently in the Wizard of Oz series right now. We're going to be starting the next book, which I believe is The Road to Oz, if I remember correctly. But yeah, I really appreciate you popping in, and sorry it was just at the tail end. But we were looking for someone to raid if you had any suggestions. But I think we're going to go with Mr. Stafford. He's playing Black Myth Wukong right now. So, with that, what I'll do is I will post this here. This is Mr. Stafford's live link. And go over in little PokéGhost raid. Really appreciate you guys being here. Remember, always go out and get everything that you want to get. And don't let anything stop you. But it takes $0 to be a good person. So always do it through peace, love, and Pokemon. And thank you for believing in ghosts. I really appreciate you, Ghost fam. I will see you again tomorrow. And all this weekend, 5 days in a row, we get to hang out. So Really appreciate you guys. Thanks again. Special shout out Rafa for the poem allowed me to read, and every member here. Be safe out there, y'all. You took it right out of my mouth, Zach. Have a beautiful night. Enjoy the Stafford stream. I'll be over there for a little bit. But thank you all so much for making my day 100% complete. So, see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Sounds good. Like, see me tomorrow? You can call me Papa if you want to.